Welcome to the American State Bank Sports Complex. Let me show you around. So right now we're in the spacious head house of the complex. On my left here we have the concession stand, and then on my right here we have a seating area, whether that's for students, spectators, or fans to come and enjoy before and in between games. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Dome. In the Dome, we have the space available for 2 full-size softball fields. However, this space is also utilized by the football, baseball, and soccer teams, as well as for other various athletic events. So the Dome has impacted the softball team in a variety of ways. First, we used to practice during the winter months over in the rec center, but the limited space availability never really allowed us to hit our full potential, whereas in here, we can fit 2 full-size softball fields. We're also able to start games much earlier in the season. We have a range of equipment available here at the Dome, whether it's the batting cages, the soccer goals, or even a field goal available for the football team. It's a huge opportunity to have the space available to practice in the off-season, especially for our outdoor athletic teams. Another great thing about the American State Bank Sports Complex is that it's not just for Dordt athletes, it's for the entire community, whether that's high school soccer leagues, open turf time, or even a space for intramurals. The American State Bank Sports Complex will change not only how we practice as Dordt athletes, but also how we interact with the community as a whole. Thanks for letting me take you on a little tour. Hope you stop by soon.
Hello fans of Defender Sports, hope you're enjoying the game whether you're a friend or family member of a player or coach or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But going into each and every game, there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has, and that's a game plan. If these players and coaches are willing to put this much time into planning for a game, how much more important is putting together a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, but if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, we've been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things more important than finances, while being good stewards of the resources God has entrusted to their care. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media. Check out our podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or your favorite podcast app, or schedule a complimentary meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money.
Welcome back here to the American State Dome here in Sioux Center, Iowa. We got a matchup between your Dordt Defender and Peru State Bobcats. Lineups tonight here for the Peru State's Bobcats. Leading off tonight, number 10, the shortstop, Ellie Oldie, followed by number 20, the center fielder, Jamie Mans. Then after her in number 4, Autumn Dixon playing at first. Then the cleanup spot, number 16, Kaylin Hamden, the third baseman, followed by number 26, Laney Dreyer, the right fielder. Then number 6, Morgan Wilkes, the designated player, followed by number 22, Kaylee Diekman, the second baseman. Number 2, Riley Seagraves, the catcher. And number 11, Cassie Pearson, playing in left field. And starting pitcher tonight for the Bobcats is number 13, Bailey Bitts. For the Defenders, pitching tonight for them is number 20, Jaden Faber, throwing over to the catcher, Carly Olson, number 11. Then we got Haley Wilkins at first, Chandler Skemper at second, Emma Grun at shortstop, Jessica Flaherty at third, Ivy Terpstra in left field, Brooklyn Cox in center, and Aurora Tyson in right field. First pitch is a ball 1 to number 10, Ellie Oldie. Second pitch, high ball 2. This is Jaden Faber's first game pitching on the season for the Defenders. That one's high ball 3, so falling down in the count early is Faber to Oldie. 3 balls to none. And the 3-0 pitch. That one's in there, strike one. And the 3-1 pitch. That one's ripped. Chandler Skemper fielded it. Throw over to first in time. Well done by Scamper. It took a little bit of a bobble, but able to recover and get the first out of the inning. So 1 out. That'll bring up number 20, the center fielder, Jamie Mans. First pitch, ball 1. One 0's the count now to Mans. Pitch Faber, ball 2. Pitch ripped into center field for the first hit of the day for the Bobcats. Mans gets on base with a single right past the shortstop, Emma Grun. That'll bring up number 4, Autumn Dixon, playing at first base tonight. Faber pitch on the way. That one's in there, strike 1. Oh, 1 now here for Dixon. Mans at first base. Pitch ripped, foul. Now down in the count, 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. High ball 1. Kramer got the win in the first game for the Defenders, pitching 5 innings. Now Faber with the pitch. This one's flipped to the third baseman, Flaherty, for the second out of the inning. Now bring up the cleanup hitter, number 16, Kaylin Hamblin. And the pitch from Faber is going to be down ball 1. Now the 1-0 pitch on its way, ball 2. Hamblin coming into today batting .400 on the season. And this one's going to be ripped. Gloved there by Skemper. What a catch by the second baseman going over to her left. As we see that catch there by Skemper showing the athleticism. So that'll bring us to the bottom of the first. We'll see Skemper, Olsen, and Grun when we're back right after this.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University and sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy. And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
bring us to the bottom of the first inning. Lineups tonight for the defenders. Leading off number 10, Chandler Skempert, followed by number 11, Carly Olson. Then number 24, Emma Grun, followed by number 30, Ivy Terpstra. Number 2, Ella Coster. Number 44, Aurora Tyson. Number 4, Haley Wilkins. Number 22, Jessica Flaherty. And number 5, Brooklyn Cox. First pitch to Skemper. She sees strike one. Riley Seagraves, the catcher tonight for the Bobcats. Dixon at first, Diekman at second, Oldie at short, Hamblin at third, Pearson, Mans, and Dreyer in the outfield. So this one's low in the dirt ball one. So 1-1 for Skemper. Skemper went 0 for 3 in the first game against Mayville State. So Chandler's hoping to bounce back in this one. That one's inside, strike two. Got the inside corner there. Now 1-2 is the count for Skemper. And the pitch. Ripped foul. Ooh, good hands over there by the coach, Jeff Zomer. Skemper keeping herself alive in this one. And the 1-2 pitch, that one's going to be high, ball two. 2-2 is the count here for Skemper. Bitts looking in, here comes the pitch. That one's going to be ripped. That one's going to go off the rubber here, so it's going to be a foul ball. Two count now to Skemper. Pitch in there, strike three, got her looking. Skemper did not like that call, but that'll bring up the catcher number 11, Carly Olson. Carly Olson came into the day batting .200 on the season. She had a couple of hits in the first game. So that one's inside ball one. Here comes the pitch. That one's in there, strike one. 1-1 now the count for Olson. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That one's going to be low in the dirt ball two. Two and one's the count now for Olson. Gonna see ball three high. So now 3-1's the count here for Olson. Here comes the pitch from Bitts. That one's going to be in the dirt, ball four. So Olson able to take a walk for the defenders. That'll bring up number 24, Emma Grun, the shortstop. Comes the first pitch to Grun. That one's going to be high, ball one. Emma Grun comes into the day batting .154. She had a couple of doubles in the first game. So this one's ripped. Gloved there by the shortstop. Throw over to first. Double play for the third out of the inning. Kind of hit perfectly for the shortstop to make the play at second and then throw over to first for the third out. But that'll bring us to the top of the second, where we will see Dreyer, Wilkes, and Diekman when we're back right after this.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry-out, or delivery.
First pitch there is popped up deep and not able to make the catch is Cox. Going over into second is Dreyer. So that'll bring up number 6, Wilk. Morgan Wilkes, the batter now. She sees ball one high. Runner in scoring position is Lainey Dreyer. Right fielder tonight for the Bobcats. 1-0 pitch down the middle for strike one. One's the count now for Wilk. Pitch on its way, drilled down the line, foul. Now 1-2 is the count here for Wilk. Faber pitch on the way. That one's going to be high ball too. 2-2 is the count now for Faber. And the pitch. And they're foul. Scorched that one, foul. Two and two again coming on its way. Pitch. Another one scorched foul. Couple of good hacks here by Will, keeping the bat alive. Wilk, the designated player for the Bobcats. And another 2-2 pitch coming on its way. That one's going to be in the dirt. Ball 3. Runner advances over to third on that pass ball. So a full count to Wilk. Faber would love a strikeout here with a runner on third. And the pitch, foul, hard off the shin pad of the umpire. And again, we'll have another full count pitch coming here to Wilk. Long battle here, going to be the 9th pitch of this at-bat. Here comes the pitch, high ball 4. So now Diekman will come up to bat for the Bobcats. Comes the pitch from Faber. Squares to bunt. That one hit. And no play is going to be able to happen there as the ball was placed perfectly in between the first baseman and the pitcher. But it'll bring one run across now for the Bobcats, and they have runners on first and second with nobody out. Here comes number 2, Riley Seagraves, the catcher. What a bunt there from Diekman. Play could have been made at the plate, but they were looking over to the first baseman, who was not there. That pitch in there for strike 1. 0-1's the count now here for Seagraves. Comes the pitch. That one's going to be fouled. Oh, 2's the count now here for Seagraves. Here comes the pitch from Faber. Swung through that one. Strike 3. First strikeout of the day here for Faber. 1 out, and that brings up number 11, Cassie Pearson. Still runners on first and second. And the pitch shows bunt. It's going to be bunted foul. Peru State found themselves gaining a run here so far in the top of the second inning. Pitch, low, ball 1. After a perfect bunt by Diekman. And now 1-1's the count here for Pearson. Pitch swung, shortstop, play to third, out there. And no play anywhere else. Runner now breaks for third, and she's going to get thrown out at third, trying to catch the defenders lacking, but unable to. Faber gets the ball right back to Flaherty for the third out of the inning. And that'll bring us to the bottom of the second, where we will see Terpstra, Coster, and Tyson when we're back right after this.
Family, farm, business, community. People's Bank, where values matter.
Back in action here for the bottom of the second inning, where we'll see the left fielder, Ivy Terpstra, up to bat for the defenders. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be low, ball 1. One oh's the count now. Pitch in there, strike 1. One's the count here for Terpstra. Bitts looking in. Pitch on its way. Low ball 2. 2-1 now the count for Terpstra. Two ones the count. Pitch is going to be inside, ball 3. And now 3-1. Ball inside. Take your base, Terpstra. And that'll bring up number 2, Ella Coster, for the defenders. Look over at Zomer for the signs. Pitch on its way, shows bunt. One's going to be sent foul. Now looking in his bits, Coster shows bunt again. That one's going to be sent right down by Costa for bunt right in front of home plate, but she's thrown out at first. Runner advances over to second. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Aurora Tyson. That one just stayed right where it was at once it came off the bat, and Coster was thrown out at first. Terpstra over at second now. Tyson rips this one through the middle, and that'll score 1. Tyson rounds first, and it will go for second after the throw was thrown home. Terpstra safe at home by a long shot. So Tyson with a smart base running there to advance to second. That'll bring up the first baseman, number 4, Haley Wilkin. Bitts looking in, pitch on its way. That one's low ball 1. Defenders find that run that was given up in the top of this inning. So they're tied in this one 1-1. That one in there, strike 1. So now 1-1's the count for Wilkin. Pitch on its way. Swung through, strike 2. 1-2 is the count now for Wilkin. And the pitch, that one's outside. Evens the count at 2 apiece. And the pitch. This one's going to be ripped into center field. That one gets down for a hit. Tyson is going to stay at third. And Wilkin in for a base hit single. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Flaherty. So now runners at first and third. Brew State giving signs, as you see all the time when there's runners at first and third. That one's flipped foul into the back netting there by Flaherty. Wilkin not breaking for second. And now Flaherty will flip this one foul. And now down in the count, 0-2 is Flaherty. one out for the defenders. And the pitch from Bitts, outside, ball one. 1-2's the count now here for Flaherty. And here comes the pitch. This one's going to be flipped down the line to the third baseman. Throw over to first, not in time. Flaherty able to beat out the throw, and the defenders have bases loaded. Number 5, Brooklyn Cox, the center fielder, up to bat for the defenders. Good job by Flaherty to beating that one out. And now we will have a mound visit here from the catcher, Seagraves. Going to talk this one over with Bitts. And now Cox in the box, pitch on its way. That one's going to be high, ball one. One oh's the count. Here comes the pitch. This one's going to be flipped foul. One's the count here for Cox. Runners on every base. One out for the defenders. Pitch on its way. That one also going to be flipped foul. So now 1-2's the count here for Cox. One, 2's the count. Pitch on its way. That one's going to be high, ball two. 2-2's the count now for Cox. Counts even at 2 apiece. This one's going to be scorched down past the left fielder, so this could be trouble here for Peru State. 3 runners are going to score. Cox is on her way home, and the throw to the plate, and it's going to be an infield or in the park grand slam for Cox. That one scorched past the third baseman, and left fielder tried to make a play on it, and it got past her, and able to score was Cox from home. So 4 runs across the plate for the defenders, and that'll bring us up to the top of the lineup where Chandler Skemper will bat. Chandler Skemper got caught looking on strikes in her first plate appearance. Skemper sends this one down the third base line, gloved there by the third baseman, and the throw is bobbled by the first baseman, and Skemper able to get to first safely. So Skemper stands on first. Olson, the batter now for the defenders. Olson took a walk in her first plate appearance. Now Bitts throwing its way. Skemper breaks for second, throw over to second, not in time. And Skemper finds herself with a stolen base, and now the defenders have another runner in scoring position. So we see a look at that infield in the park home run there from Cox. And this one's going to be outside ball 2. 2-0's the count for Olson, the catcher. Pitch from Bitts, down the middle, strike 1. Two one count. Pitch on its way. This one's flipped to the shortstop for the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up the shortstop, Emma Groon, who grounded into a double play in her first plate appearance. And the first pitch to Groon is in the dirt, ball 1. 1-0 is the count now for Groon. Bitts looking in. Pitch on its way. This one's going to be ripped there by Groon all the way out to center field, but an easy catch for Mans for the third out of the inning. Defenders get 5 runs there in the bottom of the second inning, now find themselves with a 5-1 lead. We'll take a little bit of a break as we go into the top of the third inning, where we'll see Oldie, Mans, and Dixon when we're back right after this.
Family, farm, business, community. People's Bank, where values matter.
Back in action, Ellie Oldie to bat now for Peru State. And now pitch from Faber. This one's going to be ripped into right field, gloved by Tyson. Well struck ball there by Oldie, but right at the right fielder, Tyson. Now the first pitch to Mans is fouled off. Here comes the pitch. This one's going to be high, ball 1. 1-1's a count. Now this one's going to be low, ball 2. Here comes the pitch. This one's hit between the gap between third and shortstop for a single here from Mans. So now that'll bring up number 4, Autumn Dixon. This one's going to be slashed right over the head of the third baseman. So back-to-back singles here by Peru State. They now see runners on first and second with number 16, Kaylin Hamlin, to bat here for the Bobcats. Gave up 5 runs in the bottom of the second, so they're looking to get some of those runs back here as they're threatening now with 1 out, 2 runners on. This pitch is going to be inside, ball 1. Here comes the pitch. That one's just outside, ball 2. Two O's the count now here for Hamlin. And the pitch down in the dirt, ball 3. Hitters count now for Hamlin, 3-0. And now Faber. Pitch in there, strike 1. Three one's the count. This one's going to be hit down the line, foul. Now a full count here for Hamlin. Full count. Pitch from Faber is going to be ripped into center field in front of the center fielder. Throw going to be coming home. And it's cut off there by Faber. So 1 run will score. Runners on first and second. That'll bring up number 26, Lainey Dreyer. And now Zomer's going to call time here. Going to go talk to his pitcher. See if there's going to be a pitching change here. And there will be a pitching change here, so the first baseman, Haley Wilkin, will come in and pitch for Faber. And Van Otterloo is going to come play first for the defenders. Haley Wilkins, this will be her 3rd appearance on the season. She has a 2-0 record with a 1.08 ERA. So we're going to take a little bit of a break here with the pitching change, and we'll be back right after this.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner & Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy.
Back in here, and now number 26, Lainey Dreyers. This one's going to be ripped down the line. Will it stay fair? No, it will not. And unable to make the catch is Tyson. So that one went foul by just about 2 feet there. And Wilkin will now have an 0-1 count here for Dreyer. Runners on first and second. 5-2 is the score here in the top of the 3rd. Here comes the second pitch. That one's going to be high, ball 1. So Dreyer, 1-1. It's going to be ripped down the third base. Unable to glove it there is Flaherty. The runners will all advance one base, but Flaherty getting a good piece on it, not letting it go out into the outfield. And that'll bring up number 6, Morgan Wilk, the designated player, with bases loaded. One out for the defenders. That one's going to be high ball one. One 0 is the count here now. Pitch on its way. This one's going to be flipped foul. One count. Wilkin looks in. Pitch. Ball 2. Wilk took a walk in her first plate appearance. She now finds herself in a 2-1 count. Cassie Van Otterloo playing first base for the defenders now, because it was Wilkin playing first base, and then she came in to pitch to relieve Faber. So now Van Otterloo over at first. And the pitch. This one's going to be ripped into center field. Center field there for the catch. And they're going to throw down to second for the double play. Great play there by Cox to get the runner at second, who was not really paying attention to that one. Hamlin thrown down at second for the third out of the inning. So that'll bring us into the bottom of the third. And we'll be back right after this.
We're in a town that's very progressive. We're grateful for that. We have a lot of entrepreneurial spirits in town here.
Well, the one thing you get from Sioux Center that you don't see in larger cities is that small town support. If you bring a business to Sioux Center, everyone wants to know your name. What's your background? Where are you from? What brought you here? Why are you coming to Sioux Center? And they want to support you for that. People spend locally. They want to be loyal and they want to help out other loyal customers. It's a place that is for young professionals.
We opened our practice about 2.5 years ago. My wife and I moved here from South Dakota to be a part of the Sioux Center community, and we've grown here since then.
I love Sioux Center because of the connections you have here. People want to see you succeed. People are here to encourage you. It's always growing. I mean, it's a safe spot.
Couple of changes here for the Bobcats. Coming into pitch, number 26, Lainey Dreyer. First pitch is going to be fouled there by Terpstra. Couple other changes. Number 21, Madison Hunley into catch now for Peru State Bobcats. And number 14, Maddie Howard in at left field for number 11, Cassie Pearson. Pitch in there, strike two. 0-2 is the count now. And that one swung through, strike three. Number 11, Cassie Pearson, moved over to right field. Ella Coster swings through strike one. 0-1's the count now for Coster. Now this one ripped right past the third baseman by Coster. She rounds first, and she will stay there with a single. One out here for the defenders. That'll bring up number 44, Aurora Tyson. Tyson got a single in her first at-bat. Also had an RBI for the defenders. This one's on the outside corner of the plate, strike one. Comes the pitch. Inside, strike two. Oh, 2 is the count now here for Tyson. Comes the pitch. It's going to be flipped foul. Dreyer now looks in. And she calls time. Here comes the pitch. This one's going to be flipped foul by Tyson. Oh, 2's the count. Dreyer readjusting the armband. Here comes the pitch. This one's ripped to the second baseman. She stopped it, but it bobbled right in front of her, and runners will advance. So we'll have runners at first and second now. That's Tyson at second, and Tyson at first, Coster at second. And that'll bring up the now pitcher, Haley Wilkin, for the defenders. Here comes the pitch. This one's going to be low ball one. One knows the count, shows bunt. And now they'll have Tyson caught trying to go to second. Tyson was expecting the bunt, and it didn't come as the pitch was high ball two. And then she was breaking for second, got caught in between. And now Wilkin is going to flip this one. It's going to hit the ceiling, and it's going to be foul. And the second baseman kind of took a tough hit there from the first baseman. Looks to be doing okay as she's back on her feet, but a little slow to get up. Comes the pitch to Wilkin. Swings through, strike 2. Two and 2 is the count here for Wilkin. And the pitch. Tipped it, but held by the catcher there for the third out of the inning, strike 3. So that'll bring us to the top of the 5th inning. Defenders still lead this one 5-2. And we'll see Wilk, Diekman, and Seagraves when we're back right after this.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection. Connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications, looking ahead.
Back here in the top of the 4th inning. Diekman to bat for the Bobcats. Wilkins still into bat here, or pitch for the defenders. So we got a couple of changes coming from the Peru side. Flex has re-entered back into the game, says the home plate umpire. Flex being number 1, Bailey Bitts, who was a starting pitcher. But Diekman to bat here for the Bobcats. She sees ball 1. Diekman has a single in her 1 at bat. Has 1 RBI as well. One of the 2 for Peru State today. And now that one's in there, strike 1. One's the count here now for Diekman. She shows bunt. It's high, ball 2. Pulled out just in time. Had to be careful too with that one being right at head level. Two one's the count. Swings through, strike 2. Now 2-2. Two and 2. Here comes a pitch. This one's going to be flipped foul. Another 2-2 count coming here to Diekman. And the pitch swung through, strike 3. Wilkins with the first strikeout of the day. Got her swinging, and that'll bring up Number 21, Madison Hunley, the catcher, came in to replace Seagraves. Here comes the pitch. That one's outside, ball one. One oh's the count now here. Pitch swung, hit, shortstop, throw over to first, long throw. Got her in time for the second out of the inning. And now we'll see number 14, Maddie Howard, batting here and replace Cassie Pearson. Maddie Howard swings through strike one. That one's outside, ball one. And now this one's going to be flipped foul. And they're going to say it was out of play. One ball, two strikes here for Howard. Wilkin looks in. And the 1-2 pitch. That one's going to be high and outside, ball two. And the 2-2. This one's going to be flipped. Skemper over, under it for the catch in the third out of the inning. That'll bring us now to the bottom of the fourth inning. We'll see Flaherty, Cox, and Skemper when we're back right after this.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection, connecting you to.
As a bank that cares about supporting small businesses, American State Bank assisted hundreds of young entrepreneurs launch their first business. Starting a business can be complicated, even when it's just a lemonade stand. It's never too early to begin thinking towards your next project, and we'll be here to help make it go as smoothly as possible. Supporting entrepreneurs, no matter their age, it's what we do.
Back here in the bottom of the fourth. Flaherty to bat for the defenders. She has a hit in her only plate appearance of the day. Looks to be like a couple of changes coming here from the defenders. Or they're trying to get some clarifications on who's on the field for Peru State. So we got a couple of changes here. Number 14, Maddie Howard, is now at second base. 26 is pitching. So 14 at second base. Just got a couple of switching around here by the Bobcats and getting all the stats and everything figured out. Flaherty swings through strike one. And now 0-1's the count. Here comes the pitch. This one's going to be flipped to the first baseman for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up number 5, Brooklyn Cox, who had that in the park grand slam in the bottom of the second inning. Brooklyn Cox came into the day with no hits, and she had one in the first game and now another one in this one. As she bunts this one, throw over to first is in time for the second out of the inning. Brooklyn Cox with a well-placed bunt, but the pitcher able to get there in time and throw her out at first by about half a step. As number 10, Chandler Skemper, will now bat for the defenders. Sees strike one. They called a pitcher's move there, so it's actually 1 ball, 0 strikes. That one in there for strike one. 1-1's the count here for Skemper. And the pitch. This one sent into the gap between left and center field, down for a hit. Skemper rounds first, but she will stay there with a single. Skemper needed that one. She was 0 for 3 in the first game and 0 for 1 in this one. So big hit there by Skemper. And that'll bring up the catcher, Carly Olson, now for the defenders. 2 down here. 5-2, still the score here in the bottom of the fourth. Skemper breaks for second, throw over to second, and she is safe with another stolen base. There is Skemper. That one called a strike, so 0-1 the count now for Olson. And this one's ripped to center field, right at the center fielder for the third out of the inning. Well hit ball there by Olson, but it's going to be the third out of the inning. So we're going to take a little bit of a break here, and we'll be back with the top of the fifth right after this.
Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today, serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
Back here in the top of the fifth, Wilkin out to pitch for the defenders yet. And leadoff hitter Ellie Oldie to bat. She sees strike one. And 0-1 count. Here comes a pitch. High ball one. 1-1's the count now here for Oldie. Oldie 0 for 2 in her 2 at-bats on the day. She sees ball 2 now. 2-1's the count here for Oldie. And this one's going to be flipped, hit the top of the ceiling, and caught there by Van Otterloo for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up number 20, Mans. Mans is 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles. Comes a pitch from Wilkin. That one's going to be low ball 1. Two singles and 1 run on the day for Mans. Pitch in there for strike 1. And now 1-1's the count here for Mans. Wilkin looking in. Here comes a pitch. This one's going to be flipped up. Gruen calls everyone off, and she squeezes it for the second out of the inning. And now that'll bring up number 4, Dixon. Dixon 1 for 2 on the day. Dixon watches ball 1 come across the plate. One oh's the count. This one's going to be high 2. 2 balls to none for Dixon. And now the 2-0 count here from Wilkin. This one's going to be in there. This one's going to be slashed down the line. Foul. So now 2-1's a count here for Dixon. Two and one's the count. Pitch on its way. Ball 2 or ball 3. 3-1 the count now for Dixon. Defender still leading this one 5-2 in the top of the 5th inning. And this pitch is going to be flipped foul. And now we got a full count here for Dixon. And the pitch in there, grounded right to Wilkin. She picks it up, throw over to first for the 3rd out of the inning. So that'll bring us now to the bottom of the 5th inning, where we'll see Olsen, Gruen, and Terpstra when we're back right after this.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zvort Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
Gruen to lead off the bottom of the 5th here for the defenders. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Looking to get her bat going. She had a couple of doubles in the first game against Mayville State. Here comes the first pitch. That one's going to be outside ball 1. Five to 2 is the score, ball 1. And now this one's going to be flipped down the line, and it's going to be foul. Evens the count at 1 apiece now for Gruen. One's the count. Getting the call from the coach there, Peru State. And now the 1-1 pitch. Outside ball 2. And the 2-1 pitch. This one's going to be scorched down the third base line, but foul. Two twos the count for Gruen. Bobcats being very careful with Gruen right now. And now this one's going to be popped up. Center fielder under it and squeezes it for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up number 30, left fielder Ivy Terpstra. Terpstra makes her way into the box. Here comes the pitch. Low ball one. Defender still leading this one 5-2. 1-0 is the count here for Terpstra. Pitch on its way. This one's going to be flipped in between center and short, and that one's going to land in between them for a 2-out single. Excuse me, a 1-out single, and that'll bring up number 2, Ella Coster. Ella Coster 1 for 2 on the day with a single. And this one's going to be low and outside ball one. One is the count now for Coster. Pitch on its way. Inside ball two. Two O's the count now for Coster. Runner on first is Terpstra. She lines this one to center field over the head of the center fielder. Terpstra rounds second on her way for third. And Zomer's going to send her home. Throw is not going to come to the plate, so defenders will gain another run here after that 1-out double by Coster. They now find themselves up 6-2 in this one. And number 44, Aurora Tyson, the right fielder, will bat for the defenders. 6-2 is the score. Tyson looks in, and this one's going to be flipped in between center and second base, but center fielder able to come over in time for that one. For the second out of the inning, now we'll see the pitcher Haley Wilkin bat for the defenders. Here comes a pitch from Dreyer. That one's down in the zone, but called strike. Oh, 1's the count now here for Wilkin. Pitch from Dreyer. High ball one. Coster over at second after that RBI double. And the pitch, outside ball two. Steenstra on deck for the defenders. If they get that far. And now the 2-1 pitch in there for strike two. Now the count's 2-2 for Wilkin. And it's going to be high. Full count now for Wilkin. And like I said, Steenstra on deck. Going to be coming in to pinch hit for number 22, Jessica Flaherty, the third baseman. But the 3-2 pitch fouled off. Another full count pitch going to be coming here from Dreyer. Wilkins stands in the box, and the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Wilkins took a walk. And like I said, Steenstra to bat now for the defenders. So Steenstra to bat now for the defenders. Runners on first and second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Defenders lead 6-2. So Steenstra steps into the box now. Dreyer looking in at what pitch he's going to throw. And the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Runners on first and second. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and this one's going to be flipped foul. One's the count now. And the 1-1 pitch. This one's going to be sent through the middle. Going to be in for a hit. Runner's going to break for home. Just going to slide in safely. Defenders lead 7-2. And now Brooklyn Cox is going to head up for the defenders. And we're going to have Flaherty re-enter to run for Steenstra. So now Cox will step into the box for the defenders. Has an in-the-park home run. That one resulted in 4 runs for the defenders. Now if she can get another hit, probably will result in another one. She swings through strike 1. 1-1's the count now for Cox. Looking in now is Dreyer. Here comes the pitch. Swung in a high one, but able to get a piece of it was Cox. So now 1-2's the count. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung through strike 3. So that'll bring us to the top of the 6th inning. Peru State to bat. We'll see Hamlin, Dreyer, and Wilk when we're back right after this. Wilkins still to pitch here for the defenders. Hamlin to bat for the Bobcats. Hamblin on the day is 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. Comes the pitch from Wilkins. This one's going to be swung through by Hamlin. Oh, one's the count. Here comes the pitch again. Going to be swung and fouled by Hamlin. Oh, 2 is the count here for Wilkin. Good spot to be if you're the pitcher, and this one's going to be low and outside. 1 and 2 is now the count here for Hamlin. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit in front of the left fielder for a base hit single. Hamlin now 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles. And that'll bring up number 26, the pitcher, Laney Dreyer. Dreyer on the day 2 for 2 with 1 single and a double. Here comes the pitch. This one's sent right over the head of Grun in for a single. So Dreyer 3 for 3 on the day. And now Peru State Bobcats threatening a little bit here with 2 on, nobody out. Up to bat is number 6, Morgan Wilk. Wilk with a walk and a ground out on the day. Now this one's sent to the second baseman, Skemper, with a good diving play. Throw over to second, got 1 out. Athletic play there by Skemper to get the first out of the inning. Runners on first and third now with Diekman to bat here for the Bobcats. Diekman in the bottom or top of the second had a bunt in this similar situation. She swings through the first pitch. She sees strike 1. She had a bunt that was placed in between the pitcher and first base, scored a run, and she was able to get on base safely. So we'll see what the Bobcats decide to do here with 0 balls, 1 strike. She does bunt, and this one's flipped foul. So now 0 balls, 2 strikes. Would highly doubt that we'd see another bunt. But a good place for Wilkin to be in right now. She swings through, strike 3, got her. Excellent job there by Wilkins to get the second out of the inning via strikeout. And now we'll have number 21, the catcher, Madison Hunley, bat. 2 outs, runner on first and third here in the top of the 6th inning. Pitch from Wilkins, got her swinging on the first one. And now the 0-1 pitch, that one's going to be outside, ball 1. 1-1's the count now. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be away, ball 2. 2-1's the count here for number 21. And the pitch from Wilkin. That one's flipped foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, runners on first and third, top of the 6th. Wilkin needs 1 more pitch to get out of this inning, and she gets it with a swinging strikeout. Well done there by Wilkins to get out of the jam there in the top of the 6th inning. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th now, where the defenders will see Skemper, Olsen, and Grun. And we're back right after this. So new pitcher coming in is number 8, Cheyenne Leach. Took too long warming up, so Chandler Skemper is going to start this at bat. 0 balls, no strikes. But first pitch is a strike, so now 1-1 is the count for Leach. Over to Skemper. Skemper looks in. Leach with the pitch. That one's flipped foul. One ball, 2 strikes now for Skemper. And the pitch. That one's low, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Skemper. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Got her on the outside corner looking, strike 3. So 1 out, and now the catcher Carly Olson to bat for the defenders. This one's going to be ripped over the head of the shortstop. In for a single is Olson. Well struck ball there by Olson. That'll bring up now the shortstop, number 24, Emma Grun. Emma Grun on the day is 0 for 3. This one's going to be flipped foul. For Olson, got her first hit of the day, also has a walk. So 1 for 3 is Olson. Emma Grun, 0-1 count now. This one's going to be ripped down, whoa, gloved there by the third baseman. A throw over to second in time for the second out of the inning. And now Ivy Terpstra, the left fielder, is going to bat for the defenders. Ivy Terpstra 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a walk. That one's going to be outside, ball 1. One owes the count now for Terpstra. Runner on first, 2 outs. Pitch from Leach. This one's going to be flipped foul. 1-1's the count now for Terpstra. And the pitch. That one's going to be high, ball 2. 2-1's the count now for Terpstra. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. This one's going to be sent out into the right field, center field gap. That one's not going to be able to be caught by the right fielder. One's going to score. Terpstra over to third. Slides in safely with a triple. Eight to 2. Now the defender lead. Number 2, Ella Coster, up to bat for the defenders. Coster with a double in her last at bat. She's 2 for 3 on the day with a single as well. That one's low, ball 1. And the pitch. That one's again low, ball 2. 2-0's the count, and the pitch going to be slashed left field. This one's deep, and it's going to get past the left fielder. One run's going to score. Coster over to third is going to slide in safely with a triple as well. Back-to-back triples for the defenders. And now number 44, Aurora Tyson, a bat. Defenders lead 9-2. Nine to 2, the score for the defenders. Aurora Tyson a bat. She's got 2 hits on the day, 2 singles and RBI in 3 at-bats. Comes a pitch from Leach. That one's on the outside corner of the plate, strike 1. And now Leach looks in. Here comes the pitch. This one's going to be slashed foul by Tyson. Oh, 2 count now for Tyson. Looks in at the pitch. And the delivery. Just outside, ball 1. One, 2 count now for Tyson. And the pitch. This one's going to be flipped foul again. Pretty much the same time, same place where that second foul ball that she hit. But another 1-2 count going to be coming here for Tyson. 2 outs, 1 runner on third. 9-2 is the score. And here comes the pitch. Got her on the outside corner looking, strike 3. So that'll bring us to the top of the 7th, where the defenders still lead this one 9-2. We'll be back after a quick little break here. Up to bat now for Peru State is number 14, Maddie Howard. Flips that one foul. Wilkins still out there for the defenders in the top of the 7th. 3 outs, and the defenders will come away on Saturday with 2 wins, no losses. Wins over Mayville and Peru State. That one in there, strike 2. 0-2 is the count now for Wilkin. She has 3 strikeouts on the day, bringing her season total to 8. That one's going to be outside, ball 1. 1-2's the count now for Howard. And the pitch right back to the pitcher, Wilkin, and she gloves that one. Absolute bullet back to Wilkin for the first out of the inning. And now number 10, Ellie Oldie, will lead off, or the leadoff hitter for Peru State. Now with one out here in the top of the 7th. Pitch low, ball 1. One owes the count now. Pitch hit to the third baseman Flaherty. Throw on over to first for the second out of the inning. And now 1 out away from putting this one away. Number 20 Mans to bat now for the Bobcats. Two outs, top of the 7th. Pitch from Wilkin, and that's going to hit her. So Mans is going to head down to first base after that hit by pitch, and number 4, Autumn Dixon, to bat for the Bobcats. So, yeah, like I said, Autumn Dixon to bat now for the Bobcats. Runner on first. That one's going to be high. Dixon close to offering at it, but held back in time. Dixon 1 for 3 on the day with a single. Now that pitch inside, ball 2. Two O's the count. Pitch on its way, and there's strike 1. Two ones the count now for Mans, or Dixon. Mans still at first base. That one's going to be high, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike for Wilkin. And the 3-1 pitch, line to the shortstop, able to get the catch, throwed it over to first just in case. But that'll be it for the second game for the Defenders here at the American State Bank Dome in Sioux Center, Iowa. Thank you for joining us on the Dordt Media Network for this live stream. Got a couple more games here this afternoon. Northwestern, I know, plays over on this field, but that'll be it for the Defenders, and thank you for joining us. That's it for now. Defenders win 9-2.